All right, I'm going to do the intro right this time. In the upper right, the sellsword nerd. He is
MVP Kid.
Has anybody updated us on Twitter? The name is. Well, don't any of you guys read Game of Thrones? Oh, but I watched an HBO series. Read the book. At the bottom left, we've got the best player, most accomplished player of all time. He is
El Giant MVP.
It's Braun, the sellsword. Thank you. Wow, lots of nerds answered me that one.
Oh, yeah, Braun, that's right, of course.
There's at least a dozen more nerds that were typing in. They're about to tweet, and they're like, no! I wanted to tell Tasteless.
Yeah. And you know at least 2 of the nerds that sent that Googled it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What is his name?
They did more props to him. Outsourcing my, crowdsourcing, in fact, I believe would be the technical term. All right, my nerd stuff.
No proxy racks is this game, Tasteless. Sorry. Sorry, Tasteless, not this time. I know that you love games that destroy the game because it's not the way a game is meant to be played, but it's not happening this time, Tasteless.
My goal of ruining esports has been foiled.
Yep.
So
I
think-
just keep coughing, man.
yeah, I've been having a pretty chronic cough. I think it's just the weather out here, man. It's so cold.
No, I like swallowed spit down the wrong way.
Oh, it went down the wrong tube?
Yeah.
Or, you're hacking it back up. Your lungs are
it's
working that back
something
up.
like that. Something like that. It's God. We're about hold B, Tasteless, because I'm about to evolve into coughing.
That's pretty funny.
I thought so.
No problem.
Someone's like, technically, coughing is the first form of that Pokemon. I'm like, no, actually, Aptosis is the first form.
Yeah, man.
Just hasn't come out with that expansion pack of Pokemon yet. All right, well,
If I was a Pokemon, which Pokemon would I be? Be honest.
I have to think about it for a minute, but I'll get one for you.
Mewtwo.
No, you would what? Tasteless.
I
You
can't
always do this.
What?
You're like if you always choose like you're like if this was Game of Thrones, wouldn't I be Ned Stark? No.
No, I wouldn't be Ned Stark, man. I
No.
would survive in Game of Thrones, man.
You're the sellsword that dies, Braun's friend. Anyways, just because you're on the GSL doesn't mean you're the superhero in every
Yes,
show.
it does. No, that's exactly what it means.
I'm sorry, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm thinking about the Pokemon thing.
come back
I'll
to me.
figure one out for you. So far in this game, Keen did scout, saw that it was a fast command center. In the meantime, he is going into his own pretty quick command center along with Reactor Hellion. Good opening, but it will be scouted immediately by MVP. And so he'll be able to get ready for it.
All right.
I'm still thinking on this.
I'm really satisfied with Keen beat Braun from Game of Thrones.
He's
If you look at Game of Thrones, like they're all Code S players.
yeah.
Yeah, he's Braun.
Huh.
Question is, who is his Tyrion?
As a player?
Yeah.
Nesty?
Is Nesty Tyrion?
Isn't Tyrion the smartest person in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but Nesty's just so tall. He's like 189 centimeters.
Tasteless, I don't just look at people for their height like you.
Well, I'm a heightist, okay? I'm a severe heightist.
Well, I'm a brainist. And the smartest person is the smartest person.
Artosis just discriminates against other brains. Is that what
That's
you're saying?
right,
Actually, I'm a brainist too, to be honest. I'm a heightist brainist, not picky.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, well, Keen looks like he's going to go right into siege tanks. Yes,
I guess
indeed
so.
he is. All right, well, going straight into siege tanks here. MVP, in the meantime, looks like he's probably going to be going into a Banshee. Not making any of his own siege tanks here yet. He's just getting oh, actually, he does start one immediately, so looks like, no, he's going to go into a Viking tank, which is not a bad call.
No, not at all.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. He can just occupy this location now. He doesn't need to even go farther.
Yeah, but when that siege tank pops out, he will end up losing a few Hellions. Should be a little bit annoying. Not a huge deal. Oh, MVP has to be careful. Doesn't want to clump those up, or he'll take more damage than he should.
Now, he can lose these Hellions as long as he just keeps the Terran from mining. In fact, really, MVP's kind of messing up. He should actually be mining in his main.
Yeah, this was actually, just the fact that he attacked like that was almost a small... And he wants to kind of get lucky here and just kill those off right away.
Jeez, chill out, Keen. Yeah, that was pretty nicely done. And now we got a push coming up here. And note, siege mode just now finished for Keen. So he might actually have a nice little timing push here. So he's going for some very interesting early aggression.
Yeah, and don't forget that those Hellions did weaken the Marines. They killed a few of them off and weakened some others. So it's going to be harder for MVP to rally a big defense. But MVP got his siege tanks out relatively quickly here. The problem is, as you said, Tasis, he doesn't have siege mode. So he's going to have to do things like occupy the top of this ramp. But he didn't bring many units. So, you know, that is an issue. He may have to land this Viking as well and pull some SCVs.
Now, if he pulls SCVs, he will take this out.
And here you go. He does pull the SCVs, in fact.
Actually, this is like not a good build from Keen. Now that I'm watching this,
Yeah.
that strat is based off the predicate that you're going to be too scared to attack the push.
Yeah, that or let's say that, you know, he went into Hellions instead of siege tanks. That would have been a little bit harder, but even then, he needed more siege tanks there with him instead of just that one, because that'll get cleaned up even against Hellions instead of siege tanks. So that was weird. Keen was not gonna succeed with that at any point.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about what we were talking about earlier about which characters I am. Do you remember when I asked you who I am in Mortal Kombat? You said I'm Johnny Cage.
You are Johnny Cage.
That's so funny.
I know you want to be Sub-Zero.
I want to be Scorpion so bad, but I'm just not. I'm Johnny
Cage.
Cage.
You're not Scorpion, man. Some people are Scorpion. You're not one of them. I'm sorry. I hate to be the guy who has to reality check here, but you know, it's just.
Thanks for reining me in, Artosis.
Yeah, I know. I got to do it, man.
Well, this is an odd. I mean, I get the idea behind this, but this is interesting. He's going to occupy the third base, and MVP seems to have no interest in doing that.
Well, MVP, you know, he is making the command center, but by the time his command center is done, he floats it down there. He'll have so many units, he could easily overwhelm Keen. Just slaughter that army off and lose almost nothing. So some of Keen's decisions here are a little bit questionable, and in fact, he's coming up trying to get something done here. Absolutely not going to happen.
He could actually go around and try to catch this on the way out.
I was going to say, if he took half that army and went around the other side, that would be about the smartest thing he could do.
He can actually still cut that army off, though.
Yeah, I don't think he will really do that, though. It's hard to say. I think it doesn't quite catch it anyways, but looks like he might just be going for one of his own attacks. And with this many siege tanks, plus he has a higher Viking count, so he's going to have the spotting. It's not a bad situation for him.
No, not at all.
You can definitely get in and at least put on some light pressure and a smoke
attack. Okay, so he is actually going to cut it off.
Oh, wow.
Well, that sucks. I think actually, with the these two tanks, even if this tank gets away, I mean, it's basically useless. He can actually push here. Oh, never mind. There's a siege tank on the high ground.
Yeah, he
I didn't see that one.
Siege mode. I mean, he can kill the bunker. He can make this uncomfortable for Keen, but that's about it. In fact, he just gives up on the bunker immediately. I like the counter drop idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
he knows that, you know, against these siege tanks, it's going to be hard to actually get in there. But oh well, actually, MVP's stim isn't actually that far along. If his stim was about to finish, then he might be able to break that, but not right now.
Nah, yeah, he's gonna take it easy.
Yeah. As he should.
Oh, Keen's going to try to hit this from two sides. He's going to sandwich this little flickly flank.
Oh, no, he's moving towards MVP.
Oh, that's too bad, because I think the flank would have been better.
Well, with Stim, he might, if these tanks aren't sieged when he gets there, there is that possibility that he can do some serious damage. For instance, this command center, if MVP is the least bit slow about it, Stim Marines can pick one of those off pretty darn quickly.
This is like so hard to push like this. I'm always impressed when I see Terrence push like this.
And look at this, the command center MVP is floating in the wrong direction.
What is he doing, actually? This is alarming. Oh, man, this is actually unforgivable.
That's a big kill right there. That is a big, big kill. MVP continuing to move forward. Uh-oh, this is actually really bad for Keen. He can move his siege tanks up and siege actually a lot of the production and part of the ramp. Oh, that is huge. What a great position.
Well, MVP might just force this into it all in because he lost that command center.
Well, you know what? Right now, he lost the command center, but with the places he can put his siege tanks, the ramp can no longer be used.
Yeah.
So as long as he can keep his Viking count up, as long as he can keep those alive and keep vision, this is... Keen can't really move.
Oh, drop over here. Nice reactions there. And he'll see right back up where he left off.
Auto repairing going down on these Vikings. Vikings so important right now. Keen producing 2 at a time, MVP as well, but they're closer to Keen, so Keen is going to be able to push back the vision from MVP. He's probably going to want to stop using mules to a certain extent to have enough scans to really hold this, because the longer he holds this position, the more painful this becomes for Keen.
Really, it's off to Keen to break this contain. If he breaks this contain, he can win, but oh, there's going to be an unintentional engagement on both sides, unless MVP takes the bottom round. Okay, what? All right, so there will be an engagement here, and if the rest of this army gets, if MVP's army catches up to where Keen is, oh, this is tough.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to ditch it. I wouldn't chase any further. Now we have this push continuing to occur here, and I don't know. I mean, I think if he has enough tanks, he could edge up. Oh, very interesting decision here from MVP. He says, all right, I've done enough damage. Let me go back.
Yeah, you know, I think he realizes that the air superiority has gone to Keen at this point, so he needs to be a little bit more careful with where he is. And look at Keen. Look at the third base Keen's decided to take. This is what I love about this guy. He's actually taking MVP's 4th or 5th base as his
This
third.
is really smart.
Yeah, that's like...
You normally see people do this if they're behind or they're not confident they can win, but...
No, I think it's a smart move in the situation where he's got such
MVP's
contain.
probably not going to check up here.
Probably not. I mean, there's no real reason for him to go up there right now.
Uh-oh, we got an engagement here. Do we? Yes, we... No, we don't.
Ooh, Keen trying to be very smart there, moving around.
The sensor tower almost gives away MVP's contained there. Now MVP's going to go ahead for an interception here. He sees the blips and disappear. Oh, but it's a fakie. He's turning back around.
It's a fakie.
It's
a double fakie. He's going in.
He's a 180 fakie. I use skateboarding terms to describe what StarCraft plays. He's going to have to ollie back into his base.
Well, he might want to Misty flip those Vikings and take out some of the Marines.
Oh, yours is so much better than mine.
Well, I mean, this is a crazy game, man. They're both maxing basically on 2 bases because this has been so back and forth with the positioning. This has been one of the more positional games that we've seen in the GSL from anybody, including Ryung, including Dion.
Yeah, this is quite a chess game here. Initially, I thought MVP was going to go all the way back home, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to learn something here.
Yeah.
But now I see, no, he just went to the easier control contain spot.
Well, look at this, Tasteless.
This is a lot of...
that is a deadly drop indeed.
He sees it. Ooh. That's not good for Keen.
Well, you know what? He has
the option of either saving his base.
He can actually siege up right there, and as units come, just kill them. You know, he can... There's a lot of things that can happen
We have the third under attack.
Wow, and this is a really good attack by MVP because most of Keen's army is out in medevacs, and in fact...
Oh, you said the last second he tried to repair that.
Wow. And look at this drop getting the SCVs, and in fact, MVP could be in trouble at home as well. He sent a lot of Marines up here, but that doesn't matter. What matters is this frontal attack by Keen.
Yeah, Keen can actually do a lot of damage here with this small bio army, but nope, those last few tank volleys have softened up just that was close, because... Oh, he's going to actually go around the army. They're not sieged?
Well, this is getting pretty bloody. A lot of SCVs are coming out. He's got to pull those Marines back, and...
Everything dies.
So much carnage.
Wow, nicely done. A nice save there by Keen. But
oh, those SCVs are so red.
It is 46 SCVs to 45.
And that could have been 30 SCVs easily with 1 more or 2 more tank volleys.
Yep.
That was so crazy.
Look at this, we're at almost 20 minutes, 7 seconds away from 20 minutes, and nobody can hold down a third base.
Yeah, I think MVP is in a lot of trouble, Tasteless. He's not dead quite yet, but look at the supplies. He's so far down, and the tank count right now...
It's 5-1.
Yeah, that's important. That's really important.
But we'll see. I mean, MVP's been in worse situations, and
he's been in the worst situations if anybody can come back.
Yeah. So Keen has to drive a stake through MVP's heart, like now. You know, or I don't know, use garlic, whatever else you kill vampires, but he has.
I don't know that MVP is actually a vampire. If he was a vampire, he'd be.
Is he a Borg?
No, he's definitely not Borg. He would be the Borg Queen, maybe.
Is he a Predator?
No,
actually, Predator's pretty.
He's actually even scarier than that. He's MVP.
He's an MVP.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Keen pushing forward. MVP a bit out of position.
This could be a game ender here.
And the Marines from the bottom. He skimmed twice in a short amount of time.
Oh, he messed up an attack. That's going to be GG.
Yeah, that's it. GG. Well done by Keen. That was solid, man. MVP put a lot of pressure on him at different times. Keen was pretty sneaky. That big drop, it was a little bit risky, but it ended up working out for him very, very well.
Yeah, it did. So we're gonna go into game number 3 here. That was a really high-end game. I actually love it when I see TVTs where nobody can get a base.
Yeah, they're very interesting. It's
They're
so
both-
positional. You have to really, use the value of your units, keep them alive, get value out of them by microing them correctly, position them correctly, because you can't waste. You just can't waste anything.
All right, well, we're gonna see what map MVP would play on if he had his choice.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I'm going to say it again. I think one of these two guys could proxy.
It could be.
Keen especially.
I feel like it's going to be Planet S, maybe. MVP probably doesn't have as much practice on there, but it's a good map for mech, so I could see that. Just go to Planet S and do a mech game and see if he can force a win like that.
Actually, I think you're right. If he's going to play a long game, it would be Planet S.
So, yeah, it's a solid map.
Remember, guys, there's so much strategy here because there's lots of Terrans here today. There's only so many TVT strats you can come in here with. You got to elect them right. Little back rub. I want a back rub. Oh, that's good.
Give me a little back rub.
You're good. He's giving me a little shoulder squeeze right now.
Yeah.
Our backs hurt after casting. We definitely do not sit up straight when we do this, guys.
No, definitely not.
And our little throats hurt from shouting.
Yeah.
And our little eyes hurt from looking at the screen. It's so hard being a caster.
And our little brains hurt.
Little brains
Picking up
hurt.
so many bad
We
jokes.
gotta think about the jokes and think about the strats.
Our
Sometimes
sides.
our little bladder hurts because we can't pee while we cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I mean, he might very well. What did he pick?
Hold on.
Wait for it. Let's see if we get it before the graphic gets it.
Oh, it's
Whirlwind. That's not what I expected.
That surprises me. Wow, that's quite a choice, isn't it?
For a guy who's got wrist pain and it hurts to play StarCraft, I'm surprised you picked the game to a map that's probably going to cause the longest game.
Well, you can go mech here. Maybe he'll go bio again, though. I was actually a little bit surprised he went bio on that last map. It's kind of a funny game, though.
All right, we're going
Not
to go.
funny, but
No.
funny strategically.
This is like funny. All right, guys, we're here in Seoul, Korea, where the best esports superstars reside to play in the most competitive esport of all time, StarCraft 2, here at GOMTV.net.